Yep.
Let's just cancel the call and
Let's
head
just
to
cancel it, yeah.
Mississippi right now.
Let's
I
do
think
it.
that's the only right answer here.
Okay.
I'll be terrible company, but yeah, come on over. Well, we got some people flowing in here. Welcome, welcome. I see a new face as well. Rakeem, welcome. He might not be. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think he just joined a
Yeah.
couple hours ago. So super
Welcome
cool.
to the network.
Glad you made a call, dude. Yeah, we got a few other. Amy, what's up? Eleni, Annie, showing up twice as per usual. The model student. One time isn't good enough. Well,
The Gold Star Queen.
the Gold Star. That should be her nickname. You know what? You know what makes me think of you pretty much almost every day, Annie. Think about this. It doesn't sound weird. You ever heard the Michael Jackson song? You know what? You know the Michael Jackson song? Which one is it? Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? I am on a Michael Jackson kick, so anytime I get in my car, it just starts playing, and it's like always that song, and every time I'm like, at some point, this is going to become like
You gotta go see the
Annie's
movie.
song.
You gotta go
Annie,
see the
are
movie.
you
You
okay?
gotta go see the movie.
It's like when Annie doesn't show up for a call, I'm gonna post that in the community. What did? I don't even know what that is. Never heard of it. But what I'm saying. Are you okay, Annie?
I'm fine.
Why does everybody keep asking me if I'm okay? Anytime you don't show up to a call, that's going to be my initial response. Now is, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Yeah.
How's your show coming along that you're prepping for? In Colorado.
Nice. To be in the band or for this specific gig? Okay. Yeah. Male or female?
Dude.
A dude? Okay. Well, does he have to be in Utah? Probably. Do we have anybody else in Utah in the network? No.
I don't think so.
Bummer. Yeah, you basically got to hold tryouts or something.
How are you searching for
It's
these
me.
people?
It's me.
You hit her up.
I hit her up.
Well, you think about her every day. That's
Yep.
what you said.
Yep. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? That's what
I said, how are you searching for people? Like, what do you... Okay. That's good.
Annie, if you don't accept me as the third member in the band, you might get kicked out of the network. I don't know. Your account might just get kicked out. I don't know what's going to happen. Like bully.
Just blackmailed her.
What? Say it again. Yeah. What was that? Sorry, I heard
My
something
Siri
else.
is going off.
That was
Or was
weird.
that your Siri? Who's?
No, was that your Siri?
I don't
your
know.
Siri, man. I don't know. We just
We just dodged her whole question.
we just avoided it. Never.
Are
come
you
back
hearing
to it.
voices?
Man, I'd love to answer your question, but what is that? No, it'd be. Yeah. Yeah.
She already moved past us. Dang it.
Trace?
We lost a job.
You
You got recruited.
Annie, make me a permanent member right now. Joey too. I want Joey there.
She just wants another gold star.
Yeah. Annie
Anthems.
Anthem.
Annie Anthem.
Annie Anthem kind of has a ring. It's like Anthem's your last name. Annie Anthem. She's like, I hate it. It's like, yeah, that's nice. I really, really hate that. Let's go to the next topic. Oh, well, welcome everybody. We got a few more that jumped on. Welcome, Trace. Trace, you look like you're traveling right now. Where are you going? Not your party? You're not going away. No, you're not going away? Wasn't your going away party? No. Okay. I didn't say. Nah, you got it, dude. Okay.
Give us some
give
clap-
us a little
give us some
cheer,
clapping.
little cheer sound.
Hey, there we go.
That's exciting.
huge.
We might have just lost him, but that's huge.
Speaking of wins. Oh.
I just heard robot chicken. Ah. You're freezing a little bit. Okay. Well, Trace, we can always circle back when you get back, or we can catch up on the next one if your call's cutting out a little bit. And who else do we have? Looks like we got Allie in the house. Welcome, Allie. Oh, is Trace back a little bit? You're clear? You good? Oh, they got you with their deal. Nice.
Ah.
You're only human. He stripped all that money and just put it into buying a van. Smart move. If you guys don't know, Trace did a fundraiser live show, I believe like a couple weeks ago, and was doing a really big fundraiser to fund buying a van for his touring schedule. And they finally bought one. What'd you end up getting?
Heck yeah.
Sweet. Huge.
Nice. Are you gonna customize the inside? Oh,
Dang.
You should drop some pictures,
Dude, yeah,
When you pick it up.
When you pick that thing up, make a post, por favor. It's gonna be sweet. Cool. Huge.
Awesome.
Dude, congrats. I'm excited to see that thing. Do you think it... Wait, what did you just say?
I think he's rage baiting you.
Do you actually have a guitar, or is this rage bait? Ah, okay. I have a guitar. I was excited. Nice.
Ooh.
That's kind of dope.
You're going to have to film that.
Joey, do you remember our live show saxophone version of Amazing Grace?
Oh, yeah. We had Chad break out the saxophone.
Breaking out the saxophone.
Oh, yeah. That was actually in the show. I forgot.
Yeah, people loved it.
I know we recorded it as like a song.
That was like a fan favorite
That was
for
like
the shows.
Yeah.
Was that the Punch Parade one?
Oh, gosh.
This is Amy's fault. Punch Parade, everybody. I use that as... I think you were doing this.
Really?
Were you like standing straight up, but they had you edited so that you went across the screen?
Dude, I literally don't remember that. I think we were... Remember when John Mayer dropped the New Light music video? I think we were aiming for that. We were aiming for that.
Just like the green screen behind him, and it was like corny, but like it was John Mayer and it was funny. We're like,
yeah, because then he was doing like the starfish thing.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were going for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're like, we can do that. That's what we came up with.
That was our attempt.
So, there. Yeah. I think we need to have stars revoked for our performance.
No, I think
on that one.
we lost some stars.
We're
on that.
negative stars each. Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing that up. Thanks for finding that and sharing that with the group, Amy.
We did some random stuff for Mass Anthem too. I remember when we did all the music videos for the acoustic album. We just went to like Chad and Tyler's church.
Oh yeah,
and
we just picked random rooms.
We found like 10 different looks.
Yeah, we picked rooftops. We all brought our whole wardrobe, and we just randomly changed
every
those.
video, I had a different facial hair style.
We had at one point Joey started with a full beard, and then in between each song, he shaved a little part of the beard, so that every music video until he was down to just a big old handlebar mustache. There was one that had
like handlebars. It was like super long too.
And then you just shaved half of it.
No.
You got to give the.
I'll have to go for.
Guys, we've been doing this for a long time.
We've been testing different. Yeah. We're out here, man.
Yeah. We gave the illusion that time was passing, but really, we were just shaving our facial hair. There you have it. That's our big strategy. Let's put that into the social media course.
Mm-hmm.
We got to add that. Progressively just get really orange.
With a spray.
Pretty soon they keep telling me I keep getting oranger and oranger with the amount of sun I'm getting.
Remember one of the music videos where there was a duet, like Chad and Tyler? They always had their like harmonies and stuff, but I think Chad forgot to record an actual harmony in the original.
No, he just didn't. He didn't want to. We released the song, and then we were listening through. It's like, wow, this song really could have used a harmony.
We're like, oh, where's Chad's harmony? So the video, Chad actually got up halfway through the video and just
never
left.
came back, and that was the music video.
Then that was the music. He never came back in the video. We just posted it. Nobody said a word about it.
Nobody
We're just
cared
like,
even.
well, let's just run a little test on our Facebook is our big audience.
Let's see if anybody
Let's
cares.
just run a little test. Nobody said anything. Like, where did Chad go? He just got up and left halfway through the video.
Gone. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. He was in the shot,
It's literally-
standing up and walking
I mean,
away.
you can find the video. He literally just gets up and leaves.
We kept it in, and
I don't. You have to entertain yourself.
It was for. Was it "Testify to Love"? Like the end of "Testify"?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's on the Waymaker Worship album. Anyways, yeah. Good times, guys. Well, okay. Something I want to quick jump into here and highlight. If you haven't noticed already, we have been wildly busy making updates to the classroom section of the course. And you can share my screen, por favor. Check it out, everybody. So, for those of you that are unaware, we hit the limit for the amount of pages that we were able to put into our Anthem roadmap.
We broke school.
We broke school. So we had to split it and basically spend the last week and a half converting everything to its own course. So now you'll notice everything has its very own course, and it's actually, in our opinion, a lot better, a lot easier to work with now. So you're going to see everything got a rebrand, and it's looking real nice. We're in the process of really making this stuff clean and looking good. The second update, the meta ads for playlist growth course will be yours by Thursday, possibly Wednesday night.
Give him a little sneak peek.
Sneak peek? Okay. Here we go. Guys, I don't even know how much time went into this thing. Like, it got stupid. The last month has really been my main focus of this, and Joey's as well. So, this is going to take you from 0 to 100 of everything you need to do to grow your own playlist and run ads on them. So you're going to see the whole setup. You know, we're going to show you how to make the playlists again, the cover art, set up your accounts, creating the ads, how to create the ads, terminology you need to know, setting up your landing pages, picking your landing page service, walking you through that, creating what are called custom conversion events, so that you can run your ads and track everything. Obviously, we take you through campaign setup, and tracking, optimizing.
We're not holding out any information whatsoever.
Guys,
I don't know what else we could put in this course without us having to go out and test new things and try new things. This is everything we've ever done the last 6 years to grow our playlist network.
And I know we're biased because obviously this is our community and our network, but guys, like, we have taken all the other main courses from everybody else, and as artists and creatives who also do the business side of things, we've always wanted to put our head through a wall because they do a terrible job at like explaining things in bite-sized pieces that make sense to artists who don't know what's going on. So we were wildly picky here about making sure that everything that we do is super easy to understand, baby steps that are like overly abundantly clear. We even went as far as to create our own custom spreadsheet for tracking all of your results and giving you that.
Tracking sheets.
And we have all the formulas built in, so all you have to do is pop in and track your playlist growth. And it's so helpful. So that will be yours in the next 24 to 48 hours. I know some of you were asking for that. Give us a little applause, Gio. That would really.
Can we give ourselves a gold star for that?
Dude. What if there was only a set number of gold stars we could give away? So when we give ourselves gold stars, it actually takes away from the community gold stars. And
there's a low supply of stars.
We end up with all the gold stars somehow. And then we share that they're worth like the most incredible prize ever.
We're lending stars. We'll take them back eventually.
Y'all, I'm so excited for you to go through this. For those of you that do go through this course, please, when you get through it, let us know your feedback. We want to know what you guys think about this, if we missed anything, or
Let
if
us know
there's
if you
anything
hate
we
it.
could do more, or if it's just awful, if it's trash.
Yeah.
Let us know. But there are communities and courses that get built off of just like that one thing. You're gonna love this.
And if you're sitting on money, you could basically run your whole career with meta ads. Like literally.
I'm gonna speak to that quick. Trace. So you know how after the last call we were talking about that marketing agency and you were thinking about spending, a good amount of money into that social media marketing company? He's like, huh? Okay. Well, here's what I'm saying, dude. We've talked about this before, but if you can master the meta ads, dude, if you can get so good at that, one of the byproducts of getting good at these ads is you'll actually get more Instagram followers. It's kind of funny because all the ads that you run, people sometimes will just click on your profile and go follow your Instagram profile as opposed to clicking through the ad. So you're naturally going to get more Instagram followers. But when we were talking to Trace, we were kind of talking about how obviously his goal is to grow Spotify. Yeah, he would like to grow social media, but he wants the social media to grow the streaming. So we're like, well, why not just start at the source, or not even the source, the end, where you want to get to? Why not just start there and blow up the streaming and then also kind of work backwards and then get the Instagram followers and stuff like that? That is one of the things that this is really good at, is you're going to learn how to blow up your streaming, guys, start all of your playlists, grow them as big as you want. In the process, you'll get more Instagram followers, more people finding you from the ad. Yeah, I think you guys will geek out. It might actually be a good move for you to move through it together.
I mean, that's kind of what it took with us. When I wanted to quit, you kept
Then
going.
I wouldn't.
When you wanted to quit learning the ads,
Yeah.
then I was like, okay,
He's
I'll
not
sit
quitting.
with it.
I'm not quitting. Okay, fine.
I'll sit with it for a week and then I'll get back to you. You take a break and then sometimes it takes that.
That was at a time where these courses and everything we were trying to learn, guys, nobody was showing us how to do it correctly. So we had to test
We hit
things.
every obstacle.
We tried everything. We literally had to come up with so much of this stuff from trial and error. And when it was an error, it was a complete miss, just a waste of money, waste of time, waste of effort, nothing working. Whereas now, you guys are going to get literally all the proven formulas that work. We even set up a brand new account to walk through this and make sure that everything is up to date and working correctly. So this is the thing. And you're going to get through this. And when you really start this and you master this, you're going to say, whoa, I just need more money to run more ads, which is going to lead into the funding course. And it's like, okay, well, how do I go get more money? Because if I get more funding and more money, now I can plug it into this and actually get crazy results. I was like, you guys are going to say, whoa.
Whoa.
That's going to be your reaction.
Meta ads. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Have you set up an LLC account?
Do you have a business account?
Business account, or is it all personal? So, couple things here. Sound Exchange, for example, you really don't have to. It can set up directly to your account, but you can also have them pay you through Cash App. They have some options like that. And you can get paid personally for that. So I forget what all the payout options are, but you've got some options there, because think about it. It's like for all artists in the world, not everybody's going to have business accounts set up.
Ideally, you'd probably want it to be a separate bank account. Just like if you're worried about everything running, all personal, all business, everything running through one checking account, then maybe you want to run your payouts into a different one, even if it's not like a whole different business bank.
There might come a point where we want to create a course around the business side of things.
I was thinking that too, because we've
talked about that for a while.
We totally have not really broke that down for people.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
For Trace?
Interesting.
Okay.
You could technically start another LLC and then have it be owned by your 501c3. It's just another layer of protection. We've looked into this stuff quite a bit. There's a lot of groups that do that sort of thing. Yeah.
I guess overall for everybody right now, it's important to have a different bank account for your artist stuff. All those, because you're going to have a ton of different little revenue streams, and then you can see it in front of you. You can see like, oh, this is everything that came from my artist brand, like right here, and that's outside of anything else.
And it's less tempting to want to spend that money personally when you see that it is an account that does not have your name on it. It is labeled a business account. We know back in the day when we were a 4-piece band, we always butt heads with some of the other members when it came to like spending money and keeping personal expenses separate from the business expenses, and like, where'd the money go? Oh, I used it for this personal thing, which isn't really related to the business thing, but that counts for that business thing payout that I didn't tell you about that I still need to get reimbursed from. And all of a sudden it's just like chaos. And you're like, I don't know what money is the band's.
Especially if you have multiple members that's not your spouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely want to have a different bank account that's centralized.
We probably will need to do just a whole.
Because that's a whole setup process too.
Dude, that's
something.
And not every artist
different.
is ready for that until money is really starting to come in and you need to start playing these games. But when that does start to happen, yeah, you gotta get organized with that. So yep.
Yeah, especially if you're by yourself and you don't have other members, so you can just cut straight to that.
It'd be so fast.
Yeah. The other thing though is if you have multiple members, look up something called an operating agreement.
Yep.
And this will be in a course at some point, but that's another layer where the operating agreement basically just shows you and spells out exactly how you guys plan to run the business as a bunch of partners. So that's kind of like,
it basically, for example, protects you from, like, here's an example. If Joey decides to screw everything up, it offers me some protection.
like what?
Think. You can kind of write in whatever you want, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like your rule
Exit
book.
clauses, or like, hey, if someone decides as an owner that they're going to quit, here are the rules for the buyout. Here's how much money they get from the other people. Here's how it will be paid out. As opposed to you getting there and it's like, no, I don't want that. I want this. And you're like, I can't do that. That's way too much. And like, now it's just like you're all at odds because there was no agreement for everything set up. So you're just trying to, at the start of the thing, say, all right, we're going to lay out all of the rules and agreements so that if anybody wants to leave, this is the package, the reimbursement, maybe here's a percentage of the revenue that you get to keep or not keep, or like the buyout process, all the stuff. Hey, the company keeps all the social medias. You don't get to keep the social media. You don't get to keep this. There's 1.5 million things that you want to get clear on with that.
Otherwise, you got to figure it out in the moment when everybody's mad at each other.
Oh, and guys, people are forgetful. So this is why we always say get stuff in writing, especially when it comes to writing events, co-writes, master ownership splits, all this stuff, because guess what? We can be forgetful, and sometimes we are biased towards our memories, even if we are forgetting things, and we assume that what I remember, no, that was the way it was, and then what the other person remembers, that was the way it was for them. And guess what? That's a great way to not have great relationships going forward. So this is a way to try to protect that stuff from the start. We've learned the hard way, again, from that type of stuff. So something about. Trace, you have as well?
Yeesh.
Yeah. And it's a bummer, guys, when you're doing music with your friends and like you want to build something great with your friends and then that stuff happens. It's not always easy to keep that friendship saved because of a lack of preparation on the front end. But if you can prepare and everybody is in agreement on the front end and you have something you can look back on and say, oh, no, we did agree to this. See, it's right there. Well, now you can't really be mad about it, right? It's like, oh, I agreed to that. Okay. So, yeah, that'd be a good
Fun
good move.
stuff.
So, anyways, apart from that, guys, yeah, the course is coming together. You guys are gonna get a lot out of this.
The one thing about the old roadmap, I know some of you care about your progress a lot.
That's what we needed to say. Yes,
We're going to leave the old roadmap.
You can share my
up.
screen view.
And what if you care about tracking your progress, go through the other courses, because what we did was we took all of the different categories and folders out of the old roadmap and made individual courses.
So let me give you an example. If I click this is the old artist roadmap. How to win at Spotify. This was the whole Spotify course right here. Do you see how there's a check mark if I watched the whole thing? So now for those of you that have watched the whole thing, if you go to the actual Spotify separate course now, you're going to see there are none. Okay. All you have to do is if you've already watched something, click on it, check it as done. Click. That's it. So hopefully that shouldn't take you guys too much time so you won't lose any progress. You don't have to rewatch stuff. If you're watching something, you're like, this sounds really familiar. I feel like I've heard this before. You can click the button. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on that? Did we cover that?
I was going to mention the pricing, but I guess it doesn't affect anybody here, though.
No, you can, though.
I'll mention it too. So what is going to happen is we're splitting the monthly people and the yearly people into two different tiers, standard and premium. But for you guys, it doesn't affect you. You guys are all grandfathered into this course. You're not going to lose out on the meta ads course. So for example, the meta ads course we consider as way more of an advanced course, and we're putting it in the premium tier, but you guys will all get access to it. Premium, it's only for new people.
Premium, by the way, just means people who are in the yearly subscription for the school
That's
group.
how we're going to structure it. Right now, it's just one tier.
But for everybody that's already in it, we're just going to give you all access to it anyways because we've been talking about it for a while. So y'all are grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Except Annie. Right after she sends a little heart emoji. So everybody, but Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Full circle. See that?
One thing to add too, though, is everybody who's paying yearly right now automatically gets bumped up to premium.
Yeah. So if you're already on the premium, the yearly guys, going forward in the future, there's going to be other things that we're going to find to give more and more value to the premium tier. So yeah, if you're ever thinking, wow, I'd really like that. If you're already paying the yearly, that will become the premium tier anyways. So just so you are aware. Yeah.
Yep. And you get a discount on it too.
It's a 10-month discount. You know, you pay for 10 or a 2-month discount, 10 months versus 12 months.
Although now that we brought it up, those of you who are paying monthly right now, if you try to go do it, automatically it's actually higher.
Oh, it's higher now. Yeah, so maybe don't do it. So like if you got in at the original rates that we were offering, like $10 a month, you're paying $120 a year. That's not like the price anymore. Now it's like $300 a year for the yearly as opposed to $100 when it used to be. So it might not even make sense for you. But we're going to give you access to this first premium tier thing anyways, which is the meta ads. Yeah, because we want you guys to win. And shout out to you guys for getting in early. So,
yeesh.
Anything else that we have to cover for the roadmap? This has literally been like all we have focused on for the past 3 to 4 weeks.
Like, do you guys like the new layout?
Yeah, what do you think of the colors, the logos, the branding change?
Okay.
Who's got the balls to say you hate it? Tell me you hate it. Yep. It's less stressful to go through. And the other cool thing is that it's going to help you feel like you've accomplished more, because now you can lock in on one course and finish the whole thing, and you'll be like, nice, I have that one course at 100%. Whereas if you were doing that in the old roadmap, you could finish a course and it would only say you're like 5% done with the roadmap. It's like, it's kind of defeating.
Plus, we're playing a game of skills. So the more skills that you can acquire,
like Infinity Stones.
Yeah, like if you guys ever watched like the Avengers or whatever with Thanos with his little gauntlet, the more of skills that you unlock and you combine them together,
you get more powerful.
You get more powerful. Well, yeah, but you also make more money too. You get a lot more leverage. That's what we call it. So
we kind of chose the color scheme of the.
It looks like.
Now that I think about it, it's kind of cool. We were going for pretty.
We were going for pretty.
Yeah,
cute.
We want this to be as cute.
It's very cute.
Thanks, Annie. I know. I think it is definitely an upgrade. Well, any other questions or thoughts on this from any of you? Things you think we could do better with this? Ideas?
That is a great question.
Dude, Annie is on our wavelength right now.
That was a great question. I almost didn't really mention it until we had it fully figured out. But
you looked like you were about ready to throw out a gold star for that question.
I mean, I was close. She's gonna start getting bullied.
She's gonna have to start donating stars so that she doesn't get hated. Joyce is acting like he has just his money.
She lost count.
Guys, if you are ever curious how many gold stars have been given away, Gio, can you share my screen? You're going to go to Member Services and Resources, and at the bottom, you're going to see a gold star leaderboard.
What? We have a tally?
Annie has 3.
Wow.
Annie? I think Eleni is just trying to position herself to get a gold star donated to her.
Yeah, aren't the babies typically more creative? Is that a trend?
I'm the baby.
No, like more creative types, yeah.
Joey, you break the stereotype because you're everything.
I am everything at once. I am the infinity gauntlet of siblings. Yep.
Joey like to play.
Eleni, do I give only child energy? Thank you. Wow.
Whoa.
Dang. At 17.
Eleni, do I give youngest vibe? Yeah.
Very perceptive.
Good balance right here.
I don't know. What is she?
You think Gio says only child.
Oldest.
You think oldest?
Yeah. Firstborn.
I'm going to say middle forgotten child. She's kind of giving me 3 Blind Mice vibes right now. Do you guys know in Shrek where one of those like ending scenes, it's the 3 blind mice with the canes? She's giving me that vibe right now. She's like, guys, she's like on camera, but she's facing the cupboard, talking to the cupboard.
That's horrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, and you're picking the numbers. That's a lot. Maybe that's why you figured her out, because you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest and the youngest.
Oldest consensus.
And the middle.
You're like the homeschool kid that's like, I'm the smartest in the class.
I mean.
Also, I'm the dumbest in class.
One of one.
Eddie, were you homeschooled? Oh. Wait, anybody else homeschooled in here? Oh, wow.
She's
I didn't realize that was still allowed.
What?
So you just didn't graduate 5th grade? Wow.
Wow.
But you can like read and write, yeah? Okay. That's good. Guys, wait. You dropped out of high school.
Wow.
What grade? Wow. Lenny, what grade did you drop out from? She mentally dropped out after grade 10, but then she actually dropped out.
Wow.
Ah. We know Lenny's story. Most of you do not know her story. This might have taken many.
Were you not paying attention?
I'm sorry. What? This is good, guys. This is good camaraderie building.
Camaraderie.
Okay. So now we know who to direct any future homeschooling jokes towards. Perfect. Right to Annie. Right to Annie and right to Aaron's kids. That's attacking his kids.
Oh, wait. What was her question? Was about the roadmap. That's
wait,
how long have we?
I don't even know.
That's the rabbit trail we got on.
What was the question?
What order?
Oh my gosh! I can't believe.
Dude, that was. That question was last week, man.
Dude, that's funny. This is because we went down the gold star path.
We weren't going to mention this because we didn't have the roadmap completely locked in. But what we're finding out is that there's a major setup process for every artist that every artist should do. Then from there, the road diverts depending on what your background is, your brand, and your skills. Because some of you might already be crushing in a certain area and you don't need that part of the roadmap. You need something different.
Yeah. It's tricky because so here's why we're getting away from naming the general thing like this roadmap is going to go away and we're not going to be calling it the roadmap anymore, because we initially in our heads were like, oh yeah, we'll just take everything we know, we'll arrange it in the perfect order, and everybody just goes through the map. They start from 0 and go to 100. The problem that we're realizing is everybody is literally starting from a different spot in their career. They have different obstacles. They have a different goal outcome, so they're not even trying to get to the same place. Some of you have mastered different aspects, and you don't need it right now. So now we're shifting into the mindset of our goal is going to be we want to build out these courses that we have as great as we possibly can. So that like, okay, we have all the information here, and then it's going to be a matter of, I think what we're going to try to do is come up with some example artist paths of like, okay, if you are really, really strong at touring, maybe there's a specific path that would make more sense for you than somebody that's already strong at, I don't know, social media. Or, maybe we'll also have a general path of like, if you're not sure where to start, make sure to start with Spotify, because that was the game changer for us. And then from there, it inevitably leads to meta ads, which inevitably leads to the funding course and trying to make more money. It's like, we're trying to figure out the best path for you guys, but it's kind of all going to be custom. So you kind of have to be aware of, like, for example, the artist assessment, which is in here now, in the getting started, the reality assessment check. When you take that, you're going to see out of all the categories, which ones are your weak spots, which ones you know way more about, and which ones you know way less about. Like in the season that you're in right now, can you tell where you need to be working on? Oh, I need to get better at social media right now. Oh, I need to really crack down on Spotify and get my streaming game and start growing playlists. Oh, I need to be working on my branding, and like there's a million different things. So to answer your question, I didn't answer your question at all. Is that helpful? That was to you, Amy, if you're still there. Not to you, Annie, to Amy, but also thank you. Oh, okay. Was that both of you? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know if that helps you at all, Annie, but it's like, again, it's very custom. Like, for example, use you as an example. Are you aware of right now where it would make the most sense for you to be focusing out of all the stuff that we're showing you? Yeah, they really do. And it seems like that's what all artists want to start with anyways, is Spotify. So by default, guys, if you're not sure where to start, I would go to the Spotify course, then Meta.
And everything that we put in here is going to be relevant. Like, you want to master everything at some point if you want to do, especially if you're planning on doing artistry for the long haul with your career. You want to be able to unlock everything, because at some point, like, you can master Spotify, but you'll hit a ceiling at some point and you'll need to figure out, okay, well, what does social media do for me? Or what if I want to grow playlists and I want to get my Spotify numbers up even past that? Or what if I have a social media following, but I don't know who my real fans are? And then you're like, okay, well, maybe I should focus on launching a community, or maybe my only strength right now is Spotify and I need to figure out Amazon and Apple to kind of fan out a little bit and find those people who only listen on Apple and Amazon. So we're designing it in a way where you can hop around, but I think the unknown that we're trying to figure out and wrap our heads around is what to focus on next. And that's going to be different depending on the type of person, once you get past the setup process.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to figure out is, do we need to do something custom for every artist and do a custom roadmap for each artist? I don't know if that is even doable for us.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out if we even have the bandwidth to pull something like that off right now, as we're really trying to scale up the courses and get all these things filled out, because there's still a lot that we have to add to all of this stuff. But in our dream world, we would like to someday get to a point where we still don't know what it looks like, but we could customize a roadmap for an artist when they come in. They're like, okay, you're committing, you're in, right? You're on the yearly program, so you've committed to 12 months of this. Here is what a 12-month journey could look like for you based on your situation. Ideally, I would love to get to that point. Oh, use like another artist reality check assessment. Dude,
Yeah.
that might be the move.
So to answer your question, Annie, you are on the right track. That's exactly what we're thinking. We're trying to figure out.
Great minds thinking alike. Guess what? I dropped out of college, Annie, so maybe that's why we're on the same wavelength. No answer. She's just like... Yeah. You're always crazy till you're a genius. Because
Quit what?
what are you quitting, Aaron?
What are we quitting?
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Bro, you're a doctor?
What?
I didn't know you had
You're a
you
doctor?
You gotta put Dr. Shores on your name.
Bro, Dr. Shores would be so cool.
Oh man.
I 1000% would go by Dr. Braun all day, every day. Not Dr. Bronner. I would get sued. That's like a...
I feel like we're being disrespectful by calling him Aaron. If I would have known you were a doctor, I would have called you
Dude,
doctor.
I think I'm going to call you Dr. Shores from here on out. Yeah, but that's still a doctorate. That's... Bro, that's a great move. Trace is just bringing him out, knowing that
You better
on
keep
top-
him in the band.
on top
Trace.
of his music, he gets free adjustments whenever he can guilt himself into getting adjustments. Okay, avoid the neck. Yep. Trace is like,
Have you
Trace is like, I'm good. Actually, don't touch me.
have you ever conducted a ring dinger,
That's a great question.
Aaron? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you You're not familiar
You're
with
not
the
familiar
ring
with the
dinger?
ring dinger. You've gotten a ring dinger.
I've gotten a ring dinger.
What's it like?
You've watched all the ring dingers.
I've watched a lot of ring dingers.
Joey follows a YouTube channel where they give.
But you
the
went
ring
to his
dingers.
place.
And then I flew out to Texas for 3 days and got 3 days worth of.
You got 3 dingers.
Bro, crazy. Okay, this is definitely a second hour thing, but hey, we're in second hour. We haven't really gotten to questions. If you guys, in the process of us talking about this, and we should actually start this out with future calls from now on, if at any point you have a question, drop it in the chat while we're talking, and then we'll see it and move the conversation towards that direction. So if you have a music question or an obstacle you need help with, drop it in the chat. That being said, ring dingers. So there's this adjustment where they buckle you into the table and the things go right above your hips, really, really tight, so you can't be pulled up. So you're laying there. They then put a towel around your neck, and they pull, and it decompresses your spine. So it's like a chain reaction where it goes this right here. Oh, dude. Here we go. Oh.
It looks like it feels good.
Okay, but here's the problem. It does not feel great on the first one. In fact, it knocked the breath out of me, and I couldn't move for 2 minutes. I felt like I got tackled. Eleni said Eleni's had this. Alan hasn't done a ring dinger since spring break 86. What does that mean?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Anyways, I had it done. By the end of the 3 days, it didn't even faze me. The ring dinger just felt like a normal adjustment because there was so much there was so much compression in my spine from my sports days and everything that I just beat my spine up. That first one like broke and severed those connections to open it all up, and then after that, they felt good. Yeah, Alex was listening to Sugar Ray for sure when that happened. And he's like, where did Alex come from? In the shadows. Eleni, you've had this adjustment? Is she gone?
She's gone.
Oh, she's gone. Okay.
Well,
I tried to have a discussion.
that was a quick hour. I'm going to be honest.
So we really haven't gotten into any specific issues or anything, which is all right if nobody's working through anything. We wanted to make sure we covered the new roadmap, but does anybody have anything they're dealing with? Any questions, any thoughts about their music careers? Ideas, discussions. Otherwise, we'll just keep chilling. We'll keep hanging. We're having a good time. Getting yeah. That's kind of the real reality check is you jump into the network and you're like, I'm going to get more streams. It's like, yes, we can absolutely show you how to do that. However, here's 10 other things you probably missed. And it's like, ugh, I have a lot more to be doing than just that. So that's where you're at right now, Aaron. You just kind of had that realization of like, okay, there's a lot of setup stuff and systems and processes and stuff like that to hit. So just to make sure we tie a knot on that for you, you are in the process of creating a band bank account. That's the goal? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, that's for where you're at. That might be the easier move, just because it's you and your wife. You're already married. You already share everything. You don't have other members and owners to mess with. Dude, you really could just go open another checking account if you need to, and
Yeah,
just do that.
he's got multiple, but yeah, you don't necessarily have to do all the extra steps as if you had other members.
Yeah. That's probably the move. I would do that. Start
Yeah.
there. But at least this way you can start tracking all the revenue. One thing that I would like to add to the funding course is a spreadsheet that we build out custom for you to track all revenue sources and have like formulas and everything built in there. So you can just plug in numbers and see totals. That'd probably be a good thing for us to add.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Aaron, did you have any more revelations around just the funding in general, which lane you're going to take for potential funding? There's a lot of different combinations in there. Yeah. Well, and that's what I was going to say, Aaron, is if you aren't getting bait from anybody, right? I guess say if nobody's taking the bait, nobody's interested in using your production services right now, I would say fantastic. Well, then in the meantime, I'm going to double down on my skills and get even better. Until there finally comes a point where it's undeniable and you're like, guys, trust me, I'm really, really good at this thing. It's not going to be hey, I'll give you a great deal and like learn with me and work with me as I grow. It's pretty soon going to be, this is what I do. I'm really good at it. I'll give you a deal. So, I mean, dude, I think that could be a really, really solid revenue lane for you in the future, but also just one of the major skills stacking opportunities would absolutely be production. And if you get really good, dude, here's one thing. Let me say this, because we've talked with a lot of producers, Aaron. The producers that are great at production, but also, hear me out, the producers that get really good at meta ads and growing Spotify playlists and running that have a monster advantage in getting work from artists as opposed to producers that are just doing production. Because think of the stacking, like the bundles that you could create with that. Hey, work with me, and also maybe I'll grow you a playlist around your music that you can own and keep, or like part of the amount that you pay me. Or I happen to have playlists that are growing and running this music, and if your music fits it, I'll put it on my playlist. See how there's like kind of ways to start stacking incentives for people to work with you?
And this is exactly what I was talking about with skill stacking and unlocking each of those courses and applying them, because he just mentioned production, running meta ads, and building playlists. The more of those things you stack together, the better of a deal you'll get, but also the more opportunities of collaboration and artists wanting to either collaborate with you on the song or just pay you for production. It all kind of like hits at the same time. You just have to keep fighting, keep pushing it. And I think it's great that you guys already have your own artist brand for you to practice your production skills on. So I think it's all going to hit.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how every producer starts. They practice on themselves and they get really good, and then they offer it to other people. So, Aaron, I think you've got the right move. I think that makes so much sense for you. And again, if we're thinking long-term, big picture, you becoming an excellent producer, think of what that does for your worship collective. It's all going to benefit from it. That's huge.
Yeesh.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Or let me ask you this, guys. What is it that you're wanting to learn these days that isn't currently offered in the curriculum? Because I know we are covering a lot of subjects. We have an abundance of information in here. Is there anything that you're like, man, I'm still waiting on this. I'm still waiting to see this thing, this concept, this topic? Okay. How busy are they? Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question was, is that normal? Well, I'll say this. What's typically normal doesn't necessarily mean it's great or should be normal, but what is typically normal in the industry is the artists with more leverage get more attention and priority.
Where would you say you fit on the list, on the roster? Like, where are you?
Okay.
Okay.
He finds a piece of paper laying around, and it's like he's at the very bottom. He's like, what? Okay. Okay.
So the people below you that you think on the roster are they're giving them opportunities, which is
Okay. What are the chances the artists that you think are getting more opportunities above you or prioritize more? Are they exclusive with them versus non-exclusive? Because mm-hmm. Because they might be moving with their business model towards prioritizing exclusive over non-exclusive, or artists that are committed to us long term will commit more to you as opposed to not.
what about the artists around you that have managers, like management? Are you
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I ask is because booking agencies can kind of get weird if you don't have a manager. They'd rather be
Yeah.
the conversations typically flow a little easier when they're working with managers. There's a certain cadence to it.
I worked at a booking agency for 2 years, so I got a front row seat to that whole world. And yes, artists would not get signed because they didn't have management, and the agencies realized it's way easier to work with a manager than it typically is to work with creatives directly. Not saying that you're necessarily in that lane or in that boat, but that's always one big thing. Again, just with every company, every partnership we've ever like worked with, talked to, you always see that there will be more commitment to an artist that is committed to long-term partnerships with the business. But I mean, let's be real. Like, we are more excited to work with you guys who are in this network long term and help you guys out, as opposed to someone that just pops in for a 7-day free trial or pops in for a couple months and bounces and then pops back in again and bounces. It's like there is a dynamic there that may have an impact. But again, there's also this aspect of wanting to retain your freedom, not necessarily being locked into a booking agency because, hey, what if they're not bringing me enough work and I need to go do the work and get stuff in outside of them? Well, that's a whole nother conversation. Were you with GOA? No, because Greg retired and
That's what I thought.
because that they moved to partnered platforms. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. 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 Yeah, you've done half the work now
Yeah.
here. Yeah. That's a fair question. Are they booking so they're not just booking the event, are
They're
they
advancing?
like advancing? Oh wow. Okay. That's wild.
Is that a little risky to have your booking agency and do the advancing as well?
A little bit.
Because isn't the advancing more of an in-house thing?
So yeah. And he's right. So it's typically like the advancement hands-on work goes to the road manager, but the deal structure gets set up initially of like, okay, so
What are they gonna cover?
How much money is transportation, travel, backline, is whatever, hotels, staying, food, all this stuff, is that included? So that would make sense that you're reaching out to them to get that information before you go and actually do the road management aspect. Yeah. Okay. Well, just pack a tent, just in case.
You do have a van.
That is nice. Now, yeah, you got a good fallback. One thing. And one thing to keep in mind that we always talk about is the more leverage that you build, the more priority access, more prioritization you will get as an artist. You know, how big are the monthly listeners on Spotify of the artist above you in the lineup?
Is the booking agency, are they a little bit more of a traditional model? Like, are they a more traditional booking agency where it's like, oh, you got to have the song, and then that gives them something to go off of to like market you to
I mean,
promoters.
that is a big leverage
Like
point
that's
for
a
them.
huge, it still
Yeah.
works for sure, but are they the ones like, we're not going to pay attention to you until you have the big hit? Okay.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what goes on. Yeah. Well, let me tell you what goes goes on behind the scenes of the booking agencies, and it's, when we're going to our team meetings, it's like, okay, we're planning all the tours and everything, the booking dates, all this stuff, but it's always the artist with the most leverage that we're leaning into. So it's like the artist that had that song hit, we have the most leverage now to use that song to say, hey, you've heard this song. Yep, on the radio. Yeah, this is these guys. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I'm interested. Because as the promoter, they're thinking, I need something to say, hey, this is a really cool opportunity. Everybody, come on into the show. It's worth the ticket. It's worth the price of admission, right? So you're trying to create leverage to give the leverage to the booking agency, to give the leverage to the promoter, to pull the fans in. And like that's really the world of booking. So again, not to sound like a broken record here, but you getting really, really good at meta ads for playlist growth, getting your Spotify monthly listeners up, getting these algorithms to hit, start learning that world really, really, really well, bro, that's leverage. And then you can start to use that for the next opportunity, the next thing. But I'll tell you what, promoters love to go look at an artist on Spotify and see they have an active listening fan base and high monthly listeners, because in their head, they're thinking, oh, I can promote this. I can get people here. They must be good. It's smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. So I really do have to wonder if that may be the lane for you to focus on in the near future, is mastering these ads and getting so good at them that you can just blow up your music, get high streams, get more booking, circle back with your Instagram maybe then. Like, I think this is the first pillar for him. You let me know.
Yeah, because another... Go ahead.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another way to look at it too is like, that's something that's completely in your control, is how do I make it as easy as possible for a booking agency and a promoter to sell my brand, sell tickets. Your booking agency is selling to the promoter, like pitching you, like their job is a sales process. And if you can, whatever you can do to get your numbers up with social media, obviously we talk about virality with social media, but like getting your songs out there with meta ads, like any type of leverage that you can capture and give to the booking agency as like proof, then it makes their jobs a little bit easier to sell in a way.
100%.
So that's like, it's bringing me back to the Mass Anthem days with when we were filling out our EPK and like building that whole thing. And like, for us, our big thing was Facebook views and YouTube views and the songs. And like
then we had stuff pop off on Spotify. So I was sending all these promoters like, look, we have 750,000 monthly listeners. Like,
that's kind of the smoke and mirrors part of it. But if you can give them and make the package that much easier, then
so you get
they
your
can
foot
just
in the door. Yeah.
make it as easy as possible for them to sell.
Yep. Yeah.
Somebody's house.
We're at capacity. Capacity is 20, but we doubled capacity. Yeah, dude, Trace, I think you're getting to an inflection point though. I think in the last few months you're starting to unlock a little bit more clarity with these next steps though. Like it does seem like the pieces are coming together. I still think there's a couple moves that could really alter the course of your career. One is knowing the Facebook ads and being able to just like click a button and nuke Spotify, get that thing to grow, leverage that for other things. And I still think the second thing for you is unlocking the revenue opportunity, potentially with a school group, teaching something like Ableton, scaling that thing up and letting that money just fuel the music, fund everything, pour right back into that. I really do think those two pieces would unlock so much for you. Yeah. Yeah. And like again, there was a long on-ramp for us when we were building our group and building all these courses and figuring ideas. And like as you can see, 6 months in, we're still completely pivoting and changing stuff and like altering stuff. But there will come a point here where it's like, all right, how could you grow that thing and scale that thing?
And that's the thing. Like you have to figure out how to unlock that ads budget. And I think for you, the school group is it because that's recurring. People paying you every month. And if you can stack that, that's ads money right there. So that's literally what we did with Artist Pool when you joined us when we started doing launches. Like that is how, because the first year and a half, it was us putting our own money in.
We're like, this sucks.
And we're like,
we're losing
sucks.
money.
This is hundreds of dollars a month that we're putting in.
There's got to be a better way.
What's the better way to do that? And so we decided to come up with some recurring marketing features. And we're like, we're going to put all that money back into ads until we have something. And that's what we did for a long time.
Yep. Just got to get super duper creative with it. But yeah, I'll tell you what, it's easy, guys, when you know what to do then and you realize, oh, if I can just get the right people and pay them money, you can buy yourself the correct leverage. You know, not saying going in, oh, I bought followers. I've got 50,000 followers now. I have leverage. Now they're all fake. People are going to see through that. But if we're showing you the actual stuff to do, like, oh, I know what to do to get my social media to hit organically. It just takes a ton of work and I probably need an assistant to help post stuff and build the strategies. Okay, that's one thing. Hey, here's how to grow Spotify and here's how meta ads and everything work. Okay, now I have the skill, but okay, to do it really big, it just costs more money. Okay, it kind of looks like money, once you know where to put it and make the most impact, is the solution for expanding quickly, scaling it all up. That's one of the hard truths. Yeah.
Word.
Mic drop. You are welcome. Well, anybody else have any important thoughts?
Any closing remarks, Annie?
Opinions? Any second hour thoughts that we didn't get to on the other call? Didn't you have some second hour topics, Annie, last time that we didn't get to? I thought you did. Oh, were we talking about Alex's?
Talking about biscuits.
Biscuits.
And Lo-Fi Zoo.
That's all you got for us? You don't have any? We're depending on you. Okay.
Make a post. Make a post, Annie.
Bucket list. Summer bucket list. What's in yours? I'll tell you what's in ours. Really grow the Anthem network. More courses.
Yay.
Lots and lots more courses. And ads. This guy's running on.
I'm a dad now, bro. I'm in my first month, dude.
That's for you,
That's
dude.
a great question. Yes, she's using a switcher back there. We've got a couple camera angles, and we run our laptops into it, and it sums everything together. And that's what you're seeing here. It's just like an external camera. And we bought the bigger one so that we can go live to YouTube at the same time and record the camera angles and stuff. So we went pretty hard at the beginning of this year trying to get everything set up, but we've gotten so much course material out of it on top of these calls. But we want to do some more fun things where when we have guests, we love to get some like performances through here. Like we have all the equipment. Bring an acoustic if you want to promote a song. I think that'd be fun.
Trying to pull them up.
Instead of listening to us talk every time.
What are you saying?
We have the ability to do performances with this setup.
That'd be a blast.
Like song performances.
I was gonna try to show you. This is what we're looking at.
Looking into the sun.
There's Gio over there, and then we've got all the boards.
Gio, you should make that screen bigger for everybody.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so there's Gio. We got a big old TV right there. So right to the left of that TV is camera 1, right there. And then camera in the middle on that tripod. Camera right there. And yeah, a couple lights.
Got the little podcast recorder that Gio is showing. We can record stems.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good little first setup. Yeah, Gio is getting clips from back there with her phone. So she'll I like those angles, yeah. So we'll see how they do. I don't know. Gio would know because she posts them all. Are you seeing anything different?
I think just a few more. There's just a little bit more of view attraction, but nothing crazy.
Okay. It's about the same. Yeah.
One thing that I was going to bring up, but I told Gio to make a separate post about it this week, is our last call we were talking with Eleni how the traction had gone down on Instagram, and we were making pivots to try to figure out what would solve that, getting the views back up. And now we're only keeping the shorts under 25 seconds. So 25 seconds and under. And the videos are all vastly outperforming again. So they had been longer videos up to like a minute. Up to that, right? A minute? 60 seconds longer? Okay, less than 50 seconds originally. And then they were hitting big, and then they just plummeted for a while. And they were getting like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 after doing like 50, 60, 70 consistently. Now they're back up to 15, 20, 25, 30K per video. And it's not even the hooks. It was just lessening to 25 seconds as opposed to 50-ish seconds. Isn't that wild? Instagram. Yep. So, you'll see. I think you should make a post about that this week. I think that'll be really helpful for everybody. So yeah, that's something to think about going forward. hey, maybe I need to make shorter content. And it's pretty wild. It wasn't even a hook change or anything. It was just shorter content. While we were on the social media topic. Well,
Another Tuesday
another Tuesday in the books, gang.
in the books.
I'll comment.
Okay.
What would I put
I'll
in,
comment.
What would I put in my summer bucket?
You have to think about it.
What can fit in a bucket that I care about?
What
Can't
can you hold
can't
in a
fit-
bucket?
Can't fit a piano in a bucket.
You can take a bucket to the beach.
For your tanning.
Yeah.
For my tanning, but what do I put in the bucket? Because I don't want
You could
suntan
build
lotion.
little
'Cause
sand castles.
I could put sand in my bucket. That's it, Annie. I am filling my bucket with sand. What is everybody else doing with their summer buckets?
I think they're trying to go on tour.
But if I fill my whole bucket with sand, I don't have room for anything else. That's it. I thought the idea was like you can only fit
He's
so
going
much
all in on one thing.
in the bucket. How big is the bucket? That might change this. Are we talking like a normal gallon-sized pail, like an ice cream bucket? Larger? That's not much to work with, Annie. She instantly is regretting this suggestion.
No, you definitely should post about it. Yes.
Yeah, I'll be thinking about how much sand I want to pack into my bucket. That'll be perfect. He's like, I'm over this. Well, gang, keep your eye out for the meta ads course later this week. That is going to be a relief to get that thing out to you all. Any other thoughts, questions, observations, annoyances, really anything,
Grievances.
grievances, drop it in the community this week. And we will see you next Tuesday.